It's cold, it's windy, it's game day. Hi again, everyone, and welcome into Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com here at Heinz Field, where the camera is blowing because of the wind. You see the pigeons behind me. Well, that screams AFC North football. It's wild, wild times right now for the Bengals. It's certainly a must-win game today against the Steelers here at Acrisure Stadium. I might have said Heinz Field, by the way. I might have. I probably do that a lot over the next couple of hours and during our post-game stand-up video. But regardless, let's dive into this game. And one of the storylines is the punter battle. And we talked about it a little bit on Friday. The Bengals doing what I talked about a lot on Locked On Bengals this week, which was elevating Drew Chrisman from the practice squad. Kevin Huber is going to be inactive, and what is essentially a chance for Drew Chrisman to grab a hold of this punter job. Now, there's certainly a scenario where that doesn't happen, and given that it's super windy right now, it's going to be tough for Drew Chrisman to punt in these conditions. But we posted a video of him on Friday. He said he wasn't worried about the conditions, that he'll go through his normal pregame routine, figure out what he needs to do to be successful here against the Steelers. So that's plot line one. Two, as the camera continues to blow, man, I'm telling you, the wind is as windy, and I'm like propping it up here to make sure it doesn't blow, and it's blowing anyway. But I just said it, the wind, right? To me, get this ground game going a bit. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't throw it, of course. But what did we see last time? We saw this Bengals offensive line getting downhill against the Panthers. Lel Collins on the move. Alex Kappa on the move. That pin and pull scheme was working. That power run game was working. I think they got to get that going today early. I think getting off to a fast start early is crucial to the Bengals' success today because I'm early, right? It's the 1 o'clock games haven't even started yet. And yet these stands, they're going to be full because the tailgates, just looking at the tailgates, they were already moving. They were already grilling and all of those things. So you want to shut up this crowd. And the way to shut up this crowd early is to score quick, get out to a lead, and whether that's running the ball, whether that's quick passes. I think Tyler Boyd always seems to have a pretty big game against the Steelers, his hometown. So I would expect that as well. So look for Tyler Boyd to get involved early. Look for this ground game to try to get going again. And naturally, look, this Bengals team should be able to come in here and shut down the Steelers' offense. It's wild to think about, but Field Yates was on with Dan Horde on the Bengals Booth podcast earlier this week, and he said that the Steelers' offense, and I didn't put this together, and I'm not sure many have, and we know they're not super explosive as the camera continues to blow, but not super explosive even though they have some good skill players. They have not scored a touchdown of 10 yards or more this season. So this Bengals team getting DJ Reader back, trying to slow down the rushing attack as I'm holding the tripod up. Man, Andrew's going to have so much fun editing this because he's going to be able to pull up clips and cuts and have a lot of fun with it. Point is, the Bengals defense should be able to handle Kenny Pickett. Should be able to take away Najee Harris and slow him down, even though he had his best game of the season last week with 99 yards against the Saints. I think that's as much of a key as anything, is finding a way to put the clamps on the Steelers' offense. And I certainly think they're capable of doing it, and we'll see. But if you could get off to a fast start, get that ground game going a little bit, and defensively do what you kind of expect them to do at this point, even though they won't have Chidobe Awuzie. They will have Mike Hilton. They will have DJ Reader. So they're going to be much healthier now than they were just a few weeks ago. Then you should be in a good spot. It's certainly not going to be easy. And it's wild when you look at this Bengals schedule, how tough this back end is. This might be, on paper, the easiest remaining game, and it's not easy. Winning in Pittsburgh is never easy, and I don't think it's going to be easy today. I did pick the Bengals to win. Make sure you check out our prediction video if you haven't. But ultimately, we've talked a lot about punter. I think that will be just okay. Will be just fine. It's not going to be something earth-shattering where it kills them. You certainly hope not, right? And that there isn't disaster there. The other aspect of this is the holding element. And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, the reason Chrisman didn't win the job in camp was because of the holding element on field goals and extra points. That's not true. Darren Simmons said that wasn't true, and that he full of faith. This was weeks ago, by the way. Full of faith in Chrisman as a holder. They wanted to work on some things mechanically with him as a punter. So can Evan McPherson kind of get out of his little mini slump that he's been in? In my prediction, I had him making 4 field goals today, if you can see that with my OJ gloves. 4 field goals. So we'll see if they can get it done, but make sure you check out our prediction video, and we will have all of your coverage after the game. Oh, yeah, all of it, from Joe Burrow's reaction, T. Higgins' reaction, Zach Taylor, of course, any other locker room reaction. And real quick, before we go, I just want to let you know that there is a little news on Ja'Marr Chase. He's off of his crutches, according to Ian Rappaport, visited with a doctor, and there's a chance he practices and could play against Tennessee a week from today. So Ja'Marr Chase getting ever so closer to a return, which makes this even that much more important. You can't fall to 0-4 in the division. You can't fall to 5-5 on the year. You got to get it done today. Split with the Steelers. Get your first division win. Get to 6-4. Win, lose, draw. We'll have you covered after the game. So hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. Make sure you go to allbengals.com throughout the day because we'll have more coverage there. And we'll talk to you after this one here at Acrisure Stadium, where the Bengals are playing the Steelers later today, looking for their first AFC North win of the season. For Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien, signing off for now on CBT Cincinnati Bengals Talk.